Let's fucking go! Let's fucking go.
All right, welcome aboard. It's time for Sketching the Privateer, the show where you get to see me work on my passion project, the story of America's pirate patriot. That's right, the Privateer. I'm your host, Joe's Atmosphere. It's good to see you guys. Don't have anybody riding shotgun today, so you know what you're going to be listening to in the background. It's going to be the sultry sounds of my favorite guitar player, Highlander. That's right. You guys let me know if the music's too loud, but I always like to have some background music playing while I'm working. Let's see who's in the chat right here. Well, of course, the hardest working wrench in the business is here. He says, "Heidi-ho to all you nerds and nerdettes." Low Spec is away from his mic, but he's listening. It's good to see you, man. He says he's chopping wood. Let's see who else is here. Oh, my good friend, That 70s Rock Band. What's going on, man? Good to see you. Good to see you for sure. Letters of Marquis. That's right. If you know your history, what he's talking about there is how the pirates and the privateers and the merchant marines, they were our Navy during the American Revolution for sure, man. Let's see. But anyway, it's good to see you guys. Let's go ahead and get into it here. I've got to pull up my Twitch channel real fast. Let's see. It should be going already. Let me refresh this. Yes, there we are. Now we can run it. All right, we'll get that full screen, and then we'll get it popped up here where you guys can see it. There we go. We're all set. All right. We head to the Procreate screen so we can see what's going on here. You guys know we've been working on this one. If I can get it to come up. Let's go ahead and... come on, Joe. Get it together here. Let's see. Time-lapse replay. Let's go ahead and play that while we're yakking here. This is one of the more dramatic pictures in the book. It's one of my favorite splash pages I've created, so figured I'd work on that one for a little bit, you know. But I think we're going to switch it up a little bit. I'm going to do a little bit of what I'm good at, and that's drawing faces today. I'll show you here in a minute. We're going to start a new one. He says audio is 5x5. Music can be a bit louder, though. Okay. You want to rock, do you? All right. Hey, buddy. Tell me if that's good. I'm almost at 50% on the sound now. As long as you can hear me over it, that's all that matters, though. You know. because some people actually tune in to watch me draw and want to know, some tips about drawing and stuff like that. So he says audio is awesome. Yeah, that's Sharking for Pearls, boys and girls. All you have to do is go to wherever you get your music at and look for this logo right here. Actually, the album that's his second one, Undertow. The first one was Sharking for Pearls, and this one I believe is called The Deep. And yes, it is a reference to the character from The Boys, because my brother is a big fan of that show. But anyway, the newest one, The Deep, he had me put tiger stripes on the shark for him, so that was kind of weird. It's kind of a strange looking thing, but those creative types, man, they like to do crazy stuff. But anyway, that is where we're at on that page. Now, a lot of the rest of it's going to be detail oriented. For instance, we started on the flintlock last week. That's what you saw me working on here, was the mechanism on the flintlock. And I think that may be too much detail. Some of this stuff, I don't really want to bore you guys with the little details, but I've drawn this Hind helicopter on another one, so I've got all my references for that. And let's take a look at that real quick. That's on this one, which is one of the other splash pages. And I've got a bunch of details left to do on that one. That's what that one actually looks like from the front, right? So, hang on. Let me get rid of that comment there. Let's see. Vince is pushing Sharking for Pearls. That's right. And that 70s rock fan has listened to it. That's cool. My brother is going to be glad to hear that. I keep telling him he needs to watch your show, man. But Danny works so much. He doesn't really watch much YouTube. I watch way more than he does. As long as you leave off the tiger feet. Yeah, no doubt. It's not going to be able to swim very well with the tiger feet, is it? And who would be calling me this time of day? It's a spam risk. Go away. Go away. Go away, I say. Okay. Yeah. You saw the number up there, guys. Call them back and tell them to quit interrupting the show. Okay. So. Yeah, you saw me draw the helicopter there. So what I'm going to do today, I was just thinking about this when I was coming on today, checking things out. I really want to get into, and I'm going to this page here. This is a page in the story where he's already saved the Coast Guard cutter, and they're transferring everyone off the boat after they've been given medical attention and stuff, and putting them in rafts. That's what this page is right here. This is his man of war called the Seahawk. It looks just like an old-timey boat, but if you guys have been watching the show, you know the science fiction behind it and stuff. He does this just to throw people off and make them think it's old shit, when it's actually high tech and he can mess them up with it. It's a distraction that he uses. But anyway, he's offloading these guys onto rafts, and they're going to be picked up by the Navy, right? And this is his helicopter and everything. They got to kind of conceal the fact that he's out there, and that's what he's explaining to the captain at this point right here, right? He's trying to tell him he's on his side and all this stuff. Because the captain, if you read the book, he's a little bit... This guy ends up becoming one of the biggest allies the privateer has, because he works for the Coast Guard. And as the story is going to progress, he's going to go up in rank in the Coast Guard and stuff like that. Anyway, this is still in the present. And I wanted to start with the portrait of the privateer right here. So, what do we got to do? We're starting a new one. Now, this is the sketch layer. So we've got to start a new layer. Now, as you can see, we got a background color of white already. I have that as a default for all my palettes here. And then, as you can see, we can get rid of the sketch so we can see what the inks look like, right?
Unlock
and then,
incredible deals and explore the best selection of music.
Sorry, guys. All right, there we go. Get back to the music. So we've got to make the ink layer. And we want to rename it right off the start so we know the name of it. Here's the ink layer. And that's the one we're going to work on. So let's get our pencil going here. Excuse me, our pen. Bakersville, that's the fine line one. So let's go ahead and get started here. We've got the privateer talking to this guy. This is the panel I wanted to work on, and this one right here. I really like this one right here, where he's got his hand on his shoulder, trying to tell him, "Hey, look, dude, you know." He's feeling like, you know, he screwed up or something, and you know, privateer's trying to tell him, "Hey, man, you didn't screw up. We're lucky we were here, right?" You know, that kind of thing. So I start with the hat. I always start with the hat. This is a signature, man. Love his hat. This lets you know he's from the American Revolution right here, right? Is the hat. Okay, right there. Now let's come in this way. I see you guys talking in the chat. Bear with me. Oh, no. I didn't want you to pop like that. There you go. Good thing about it is, if you want to freehand something, all you have to do is hit the back button and it goes back to before it popped. If you don't know what I'm talking about, let me get in here and show you. Okay. You saw what happened there. I drew the... Hang on a second. It's bringing it back and forth. Anyway, look, the bottom line there that I drew on the hat, I just wanted to freehand that one. I didn't want to really, you know, it has a curve thing, and people that have watched the show a lot know this already, but it actually fixes curves for you to make them absolutely correct. So I'm just going to do a couple of these. And then, as you saw, I turned off the sketch so I could look at the details on it, right? That one, now that part looks bad. Hang on one second. I do like where that's at. Let's back up. Get rid of this line here. Okay. I want to put the hat in here. This is the part that actually covers his head. And let's get rid of the sketch real quick. Now, in the sketch, I've got that. Maybe I was drawing the ribbon there. That must have been what I was doing. Because if you look at his hat, he's got a ribbon around it. Okay. Let's turn that sketch off. Okay, so that looks good. Now what you're looking at here is the flap on the back. That's what that small wedge is there. Then this is the top of the hat itself. Right here. And we want to finish that all the way down to here. And then the top of the hat is really just going to be kind of almost flat. So I should have put that mark in here. And then the ribbon's going to go in here. Thusly. There we go. I like that a lot better. Yeah. Every once in a while, you got to turn the sketch off and check out what you're doing. Okay. So who we got in here? Let's see. And what are you guys talking about? Tiger Feet is a song by Mud from 1974. Is it really? I probably heard it, but see, I would only rescue yachts full of beautiful women. I hear you, bro. But this guy, you know, he has more noble aspirations, if you know what I'm saying. Fun fact, Mud Rocks was the first album I ever bought.
I'm going to ask you the
question. You need to stop with these ads. YouTube. I'm not paying for premium. No matter how much you want me to do it. Let's see. First album I ever bought with my own cash. Mud were great. There you go. There you go. Very cool. Martin Acosta Santana is here. He says, greetings, my excellent friends. He says, hello, Joe. If I concentrated real hard, Martin, I could probably do the whole show as Troopy Dog, but I just can't bring myself to do it today. Bonjour, everybody. What's going on? Christian Delorme, what's happening, man? It's good to see you. Yeah, everybody's saying hi to everybody in the chat. Okay, so let's get back to this here. Let's go ahead and turn off that. Yeah, that looks good. I like that. Let's clean the hat up a little bit, though. Get my eraser out. Let's get rid of some of that. And we're going to redraw it right here. You know what? We're going to erase all of that stuff. Hang on. Let's grab that and just get rid of these. Okay. Finish this down to here. That looks good to me. And then let's put some weight on it. Now you see how it's thicker than it was before? Let me show you that another way. That's thick, right? Now watch this. Watch this real quick. I won't put any force on it. Just draw it. Look how thin it is. You see that? What makes it thick or thin? Of course, you can change the properties of the pencil and make it automatically thicker or thinner, but also how much pressure you put on the iPad will dictate how thick it is, right? So, okay, so that's there. Let's go ahead and turn this on. And now we got to get into my favorite thing, the face. And this right here is his hair, guys. That's right. He's a long-haired dude, just like me. He's got sideburns, which are going to come in. This is just a quick sketch I put on there. Now, a lot of guys will put more details in their sketch work. I should put more detail in mine, but, you know, being a one-man show, I kind of, if I want to get any progress done, I got to work as I go. Okay, now we're going to see his ear here, and that's going to be underneath his hair. Come in right about here. And there's his neck going into his shirt. Yeah, and then back here, we're going to see, matter of fact, let's go ahead and let's get the syrup. Let's change pencils. We'll go to syrup for something a little thicker. And let's put some black in there. I mean, remember, our light source is top right. I've decided that's default for all of these pictures unless I'm doing something different. So this is his hair. And he's going to have a little bit of a shadow here, isn't he? Where his hair actually, you know, it's white, but, you know, because it's gray. But there's going to be a bit of a shadow there because of the length of his hair, right? And this syrup just allows me to make it a little bit easier. Now I can come in with the other pencil and finish the rest of the shadow. And you've got to draw it slow because it'll tend to want to go straight. Watch this. I'll go fast and give it some curve, but it's still too straight, right? But if I go slow, it'll maintain the curve. All right. So we're coming along good with this. Every once in a while, turn off the sketch, see what it looks like. Yeah. And then we want to put a shadow on the ear too. So let's get the syrup back out. And then right in here, it's going to be a little bit of a shadow. So leave that there. Let's go back to Bakersville so we can do details now. Your ear, you've got that little hump right here, right? Then you got the earlobe itself. And then you've got the curves that make the actual hole. And there we go. Now let's see how I did. Yeah, I did great. Okay. All right, let's see what's going on here. What are you guys talking about?
For automatic delivery.
Oh, and John is here. Dude, how you doing?
Hello, I'm doing okay.
All right. What's new and exciting? For some reason,
paying the price.
Google has gone ad heavy today on the friggin'. I'm going to crank the music down just a little bit, guys, so you guys can hear me and John. What's new, man?
Not a lot. Just, I'm home today, so figured I'd pop on and say howdy.
I see. Well, it's good to see you, man. Let's see. Straight with nice curves. Oh, yeah, there you go. Vince says, "Hey, John, what's happening?"
Hey, Vince.
But anyway, yeah, I decided to work on a face for once. I haven't been able to work on any faces here recently, so I'm doing one of the Privateer's faces on this thing. And I just did this for, I want to mix it up a little bit. I don't want them seeing me do the same thing every damn week,
Oh, yeah. Vince is quick with those links.
Yeah, he is. Big time. Is he already throwing out your books and everything?
Oh, yeah.
Christian says, "Bonjour, John."
Bonjour,
yeah, Vince has got the links to John's book. Tell him about it, man. Well, since he's got it up there for you.
Well, it's a story of a group of adventurers that find themselves dealing with the remnants of Ragnarok millennia after it happens.
Mm-hmm.
And getting involved with Loki's schemes from the grave, so to speak.
Oh, wow.
I'm glad you're enjoying it, Brian.
Yeah. He showed off his copy of it the last time we did his show on Monday. We're doing Capricorn 1 this Monday, man.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait. That's one of my favorite movies ever. Love that movie. I actually had the privilege of working on one of Peter Hyam's movies once.
Cool.
I was a featured extra. One of the few times that I ever made more money per hour than my wife. She was doing a lot. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I said, "Halo Spec." He just popped on.
Oh yeah, yeah. He was actually away. He was here, but away from the keyboard. There for a little bit. The penguin is here. But anyway, let's see. Let's get this here.
Yeah. Now next week I'm taking off early so I can be there for the Ray Harryhausen Sinbad movies.
Yeah, very cool, man. That should be fun. I do have to tell you though, my wife has a bone to pick with me. I don't know. I guess I never told you the story about how she's going to get a personalized license plate that says no H. There's no H in her name.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's cool, man. She just told me to give you hell about it. But, yeah, what I'm doing here, guys, is I'm just following my sketch because it was a pretty good sketch I did of this guy. Of course, if you guys hadn't figured out, yes, this is a self-insert. This guy is me, so. Except for when he's young. When he's young, he's got red hair. I've never had red hair in my life, okay? But I just figured if he was going to be Irish, the character's Irish, so that's the best way to show visually that they're Irish, is pale skin and red hair. You know what I mean?
Well, I can't say anything about that because a lot of my D&D characters in my book come from my D&D games.
Mm-hmm.
Like the main character of the first book, Griffin.
Mm-hmm.
He's actually my first D&D character.
Really?
Yep.
Hmm.
Yeah,
See how we're doing here. Okay, that looks good. I'm listening to you. Go ahead.
He started out life as a in basic edition as just an elf, and
Okay.
when we transferred to AD&D, he became a elf druid.
Mm-hmm. I got those high cheekbones on this guy because he's Indian, you know.
Yeah.
I should have done a better sketch of this. I'm kind of winging it right now. Let's see. That ought to work for what I'm trying to do. Okay. So let's get back this way. Yeah, here we go. That's his eyebrow. All right, now I've got to. No, I can just go ahead and draw this. Go ahead and draw it. And I'll go ahead and use the syrup to fill it in. Got to watch it though. When you're using syrup, this can get really thick really fast. So you just got to use it a little bit at a time. Okay, and for those of you that are wondering how I make eyes look so lifelike, what I do is, it's a little trick I learned a long time ago. Draw a line from the top of the eyelid to the center of the iris. Do it on both sides. From there up, it's dark. The darkest it's going to be on the iris. So you put the lines, solid lines all the way through. It's almost black when it's done. But you look at the eye like it's the spokes of a bicycle tire, right? Now, from you draw yourself like a half line on either side, about the same place going down. And then you make the lines sporadic, a little bit further apart. Just a couple. That's all you need. And then below that, you just put fragments. Little ticks. Now, why do you do this? Because that's how the light hits. If the light's above, right, then your eyelid's going to cast a shadow on your iris. I don't know if you've ever taken a good look at an eye, but your iris is actually concave, and your lens is the part that bulges out, right? Mm-hmm. So that's how you do that. And then the most important part, though, is you have to have a highlight now. And the highlight is always where your light source is. Well, the light source is up and to the left. So the highlight's going to be right here. And there it is. There's a little delay here, guys. You'll see it. There you go. Boom. There's his highlight. And there's his eye. I'm done with his eye. All I have to do is put color behind it now. So that's done. And of course, he's got an eye patch on the other side. So
you only got to worry about one eye at a time.
Right. Now, of course, this hat is going to cast a shadow on his face, but you want to show it like starting on the other side of his nose. And I'm going to get the syrup back out for that.
Now, is he actually missing his eye, or is it just...
Yes, he loses his eye. He actually loses his eye in the story the day he finds his dad. Because he's distracted when he sees his father. And, yeah, that's what happens to him.
You know, the whole thing with pirates and eye patches, a lot of times they didn't have a missing eye when they wore an eye patch.
Yeah, I know. But I wanted him to be missing an eye because, well, hang on. Do I have that panel on here? I don't know if I do or not. Let me take a look and see. Let's go back to the gallery and see if it's on here.
Yeah, for those who don't know, pirates wore eye patches parades so that they could flip it up and close their other eye and have preserve their night vision.
Yep. Let's see. I guess I could just go to my Subscribe Star page. That's the quickest way to find it, I believe. Let's see. Pull this over here for you guys. This is my Subscribe Star page. Uh-oh. Looks like I have to log into it. Hang on. Log in. And it's going to ask me for a number. And I'll find that over here.
Two-factor authentication.
Huh?
Two-factor authentication.
Yeah. Yeah. If you're not using that on your stuff these days, guys, you're fucking up. That's just all there is to it. This is the easiest way to keep people from messing with you.
Oh, yeah.
And look, I got to use... I got an authentication thing from my other one, so let me just close that out. I'll just get it off my phone because I'm always logged into my stuff on my phone. Hang on. Come on, sucker. All right, there we go. Where are you? Come here, you. Let's get this right. 0. Okay, so if you guys go to my Subscribe Star page, you can see a lot of the stuff that's already plotted out. Okay. Is it on this group? Yes, it's this one right here. Okay. So the reason why I made sure his eye didn't work, and I really can't wait to draw this one right here. It's going to be really cool. Let me see. Can I blow this up? There's got to be a way for me to blow this up, right? Let's see. View and download. There we go. Okay. Here it is. All right. If you look closely here on this splash page, let me show you from far away first. What this is this is during the attack on the Coast Guard cutter. This is the first time the captain of the Coast Guard cutter sees him. And he doesn't know who he is. He doesn't know if he's an enemy or what. And he's got his gun drawn on him. And he tells him, I'm not your enemy. And you see the helicopter coming in front of the strafer run, right? And he says, they were, right? And you see right here, his eye patch is actually, he sees better through that eye patch than he does his own eye. And he can actually digitally lock into, right here, he shoots the rotors on the helicopter and shoots both the pilot and the navigator in the helmet, right? He's not trying to kill him. He's trying to, just stop him. And that's him, pointing the gun and everything. But that makes his shooting super accurate, is the electronic eye he's got. And the shield he's got, the captain unloads on him and he doesn't even feel it, because he's got that. I guess the best way to explain it is it's a kinetic shield. It just sucks the energy out of whatever hits it. So these bullets aren't ricocheting all over the place. They're just dropping to the ground whenever they hit it. So, that's the way that eye patch works in this story. Okay. That's what it's for. All his stuff looks old school to throw people off, but in all actuality, he can use it. Like his flintlock pistol, he can put that thing on full auto mode if he wants to. It's just a way to distract his enemies, kind of thing. So anyway, let's get back into this here. We got his eye done. Okay, I do need to show his cheek, I think, a little bit there. Let's see. I do better without the sketch drawing the faces. Oh, there. I've got as you can see, I've got the syrup pin out. I need to get the Bakersfield one back out. And then let's take a look at the jawline on the sketch. Yeah, that looks right. That's cool. And then he's got that old-timey trench coat jacket. No, that's wrong. Come on, Joe. Get it together. If you're going to do something like that, you have to draw the first line and then draw the second line. See that right there? This is a cool thing about the iPad. If you draw a curve and then hold it, you can make it as big or as small as you want to. See how I'm dragging it back and forth like that? Isn't that cool? I dig that. That's
Vince
one of
has
the
a
coolest
question.
things this thing does. Huh?
Vince had a question. Can you change
Oh,
the
what
opacity
do we
layers
got
in
here?
Procreate?
Let's see. Joe, can you change the opacity of layers in Procreate? Yes, you should be able to. I don't know how to do it, but I'm pretty sure that's a thing. I believe, let's take a look at the pencil dimensions themselves. If you pop into that, you've got many different choices. And let me just subtract me and John from the picture here for a second, so you guys can see them. As you can see there, you've got stabilization, taper, shape, grain, rendering, wet mix, color dynamics, dynamics period, Apple Pencil, properties. Bet you it's under properties. Under properties. Maximum opacity is what I've got it on right now. You see that, Vince? Yeah. And so I can change that. You know, I can change all of that. I actually set this up the way I wanted it when I started. So, yeah, you have those options to mess with there with the pencil. Like I said, I'm teaching myself this as I go. You guys are learning along with me because my daughter turned me on to this and I've never used it before. So, I'm learning as I go. It's kind of like the fill-in thing. You know how I had to learn that? And, we'll get there, but I'm not going to really worry about it too much. But it's a cool program to use, man. I think it's neat as hell. Come on, sucker. There we go. Okay, so got his shoulders here, and then we got the epaulets. Now, his epaulets, if you saw in the other drawing, and the great thing about this program that I dig, first of all, you need to have a lot of memory on this thing.
Music app, you can
because it saves all of this stuff for you. But if you've noticed in that other picture, his epaulets are actually the source of his split cape. They're attached to it, right? Those are... I had a color thing on here, didn't I? Yeah. See how they're attached to it like that? That's how his split cape comes from the back of his jacket. They're actually attached to his epaulets. So, anyway, I hope you guys are enjoying this, man. I was setting myself deadlines, John, and I'm like, I can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be enjoying this. Hell with it. When I get done with it, I get done with it, But my New Year's resolution was to work more on it outside the show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I am doing that. So we are making progress that way. You're going to see me zap in and out of that pencil sketch just to see what my ink looks like, because I really can't tell. I really cannot tell what the inks look like with the sketch up there. You know what I mean? Let's see. Okay, I already started that line. That looks hideous. Ooh, we're gonna fix that. Yeah. There we go. Let's give it a little bit of a curve here. And then we're gonna make it a major... Whoa, damn it. Let's zoom in a little bit. That looks much better. Okay. Stop it! This glove is supposed to keep it from fucking with it. There we go. And this line keeps coming down here, and it's going to bend. He's got ruffles in his shirt. You know, those old friggin' shirts they wore. It's got a high collar on it. There's going to be a little bit of we're going to have a little bit of shading here because there is a shadow cast by his jawline and everything. Oop. I mean, look how fast that filled that up. You got to watch it when you're using these different pencils. Either that or you've got to set them up to work really light, you know? Anyway, let's see. Okay. Change it back. Let's see what's going on in the chat. That's for the brush, not the layer. I got you. Where's the setting for increased breast size? Well, as I showed you earlier, you can draw the breast, hold it, and then you can make it D-sized, you know, A-sized, whatever you want to do. Freaking Brian. I swear to God. It's under curves. He says, let's see. Hey, Joe, Danny's music sounds like the Cult to me. Really? I like the Cult. You know, hey, they were cool. The Cult did a song called Firewoman that was my favorite club song. Oh my God. I got fired up when that tune came on. Always. Let's see. That's good. I think I already drew that line, didn't I? See, I'm telling you, I have to back. Yeah, that's good. That's good. See, and then I'd come in later on with an eraser and just tidy that up. Who cares? News break. Go away. Yeah, what a tragedy, that helicopter thing, huh?
Yeah, it was.
What a shame. You guys can say what you want. I've heard a lot of experts saying that they do these maneuvers around airports all the time with military aircraft. And me and my brother was in the Air Force, and I know Brian was too. I heard him talking on comics show last night. I just don't understand why they can't do that on a military base away from high traffic civilian traffic. I mean, I don't know why they can't do that. I mean, you could have a few planes do touch and goes and have the helicopter fly underneath them and stuff, you know, if you really need to do that.
Yeah.
You know? I just don't understand it.
Well, we probably won't have the full details for
Well, I've already it's going to be a while. It's going to be a while. The latest thing, Trump came out and said today that they were flying too high. Apparently they had a 200-foot ceiling, which is damn near flying on the water. To put that in perspective, guys, that's 66 yards on a football field. That's not very high off the ground at all for a helicopter. No. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm not playing the blame game or anything like that. I'm sitting here trying to figure out how to make sure it doesn't happen again. And I think one of the easiest ways is to just have them do this training on an Air Force base under controlled conditions, you know?
Yeah.
That's what they do with most other training, you know? But, yeah, it was just a shame. Let's see. What else we got here? All right. Low Spec says, yep, chopper was about 150 feet too high. Yeah. Well, that plane was coming in low because the only innocent party here really was the plane coming in for a landing. It was told it could land, so it's coming in for a landing. And it's pretty much, you know, who was it? The Quartering. God love him. He does cool videos and everything, but he really is oblivious to some things because he was saying that they could have told the plane to adjust. And I'm like, no, man, it's on final approach. About all they can do is pull up. That's about all they can do.
Helicopter's way more agile.
Way more maneuverable. They could have told the helicopter, just stop, hover, whatever you got to do, you know.
You can tell he knows nothing about flight.
Yeah, but see, he's married to a pilot, though. You know, it's just, yeah. Sometimes he just says stuff, though. He's a goof. I enjoy his videos and stuff, but some of it's just like... But hate it for the families of the civilians, hate it for the families of the military people. Because I'll guarantee you, the people that feel the worst about this today other than the families that lost family members, are the guys directly supervising that flight of that helicopter.
Yep.
They are just sick right now because their whole goal is to save civilian lives, you know, and to have that happen during a training exercise, that's got to be. Ugh. I couldn't imagine. All right, that's looking good. Let's get some of. Let's see. That's this guy's hand. So let's get some of that in there. That's his thumb. Nah, I'll work on that later. Maybe about. Let's see. Let's keep going on him. Got the epaulette. No, turn the other direction. There we go. All right, stop it, man. This thing keeps going to friggin' erase. I swear, stop it. How am I supposed to draw stuff when you keep trying to erase? I don't understand. But I am enjoying working on this thing. I think it's cool as shit.
Yeah. I do too.
Okay, I'm going to draw. What's that?
It's going to be really good when you get done.
Yeah. I mean, dude. I tell you, the thing that's kind of, frustrating to me, once I get this first one done, maybe I'll have some income from it and I'll be able to, concentrate on it more. But I just know how good the story is, man. Stop it. Stop doing that. There we go. Keeps wanting to pop, like that. But I want it to curve. Stop it. And then, of course, we're going to have a little bit of a shade in there. Hang on. Let's get rid of the shade. Oh, the sketch. Oh, what happened? Oh, my God. Guys, here you go. What did I do? What did I do wrong? I was drawing on the sketch. See? Yeah. Dumbass didn't change things. And I got to wipe out everything I just did. Let's see. This is another reason why I did this on this platform, guys. That way I can, make mistakes and not worry about it. Looks like I drew some of that other stuff on there too, didn't I? Let's see. Yep. Hang on. We're going to get there. Okay. I think that's it. Look at me screwing it up. Yeah. That line right there might be part of that. Let's see. No, that's good. Okay. So, let's get back on the ink page. What's going on here? Let's see. Okay, let's go ahead and get the jacket in here correctly. It's a little bit tight. Let's bring this down this way. And then we'll bring this out here. And then we'll go through here. And then there. No, stop it. I wanted that to be a curve. Okay. There we go. Draw the ruffle in here. I like the way the sketch looks. Okay. All right. And then got the cape coming in here to the shoulder epaulette. And then we'll just draw. Now we don't want to do that. Just draw that around like we had it. And then we'll get started on the actual epaulette part. Yeah, I need to draw these lines first. I'm always thinking of how to do this quicker, you know? How to cut down on the steps I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is a lot of work, man. If there's one thing I've learned from this experience working on this thing, it's a new appreciation for guys that work on comic books. There's a reason why they have 6 guys working on a book.
Oh yeah.
If you're going to get it out in a month, first of all, you can't have another job. This has got to be a job 24/7. And yeah, it's a lot of work, man. It's a whole lot of work. I think that's how I did it last time. Let's look at that and see what that looks like. Yeah, that looks good. Oh boy, I have lost track of time. It's about time to get out of here, man.
Oh yeah.
All right. That is going to do it for today, guys. That's where we're at on this this edition of the show. Show you a different character being drawn. Let's see what they're saying in the chat real quick before we get going here. Oh, yeah. FAA had DEI hires. Diversity over merit will always end badly. Hopefully not like that anymore. Well, the thing that disturbs me is they had 2 people, the job of 2 people being done by 1 person. They were supposed to have somebody watching helicopter traffic and the other. That's more important to me. Maybe there's a setting for the layers to lock. Yeah, I'm sure there is. Let's see. Lock. When you lock a layer, a small padlock symbol appears next to the layer name. To unlock a layer for editing, swipe right to left to tap unlock. I got you. He must be Googling some of this stuff. See you all later, guys. Have a good one. Gonna try, buddy. I'll push your show here in a minute. You know I've already talked about it. Got to go. My planet needs me. All right, man. See you later. I'm going to let you guys know what's going on with the channel before you get out of here. First of all, John, did you want to say anything else about your book? Vince has got the links in there for everybody.
Yeah. 3rd one's coming sometime this year.
All right. Cool, man.
Well, second book. It's the 3rd book, 2nd novel in the series.
Okay. All right. Cool. Well, let's see real quick. Hang on a second. I've got a certain song I have to play here. And it's already started. It's overlapping the other one. Can't have that. There we go. That's much better. Okay, boys and girls, you know you've been watching Sketching the Privateer, the story of America's pirate Patriot. Come check it out every Friday. We do the same thing every Friday at 1 p.m. Central Time. And then later on tonight, John and Martin for sure. I think Knox moving, so he won't be there.
Yeah.
But John and Martin will definitely be on Pop Culture Minefield's channel tonight at 8 o'clock as he continues Fallout, Tale of Two Wastelands, with his plethora of mods he's running. The Psycho Killer version of Fallout, where he uses a melee loadout. I think that's funny as hell. Anyway, you guys go check that out, man. Tonight on Pop Culture Minefields channel at 8. And then, of course, you've got... no, we're not doing a pregame party this weekend, but it will be returning Super Bowl Sunday at 10 a.m. So you guys tune in for that. John's beloved Kansas City Chiefs will be taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. And you know what? If you guys win, we'll have seen history, and I'll appreciate that. But if the Eagles win, I'll be happy for Saquon Barkley. You know, that guy I'll be happy for. The rest of the team can just do whatever the hell they want. I don't care. I do not like that franchise. But I do like Saquon. So I'll be happy either way. As a guy that doesn't have a dog in the hunt, I'm just looking for a good game. So, and no referee interference. But anyway, this Sunday is the return of the Brothers Hack the Matrix. Comes your way at 6 p.m. Central Time. Everything you need to know about the clown show that is 2024 through today's headlines. Brothers Hack the Matrix every Sunday going forward at 6 p.m. Central Time. And then, of course, Monday morning at 10 a.m. Central Time, it's Military Monday with Gary and Anima on Pop Culture Minefields channel. Martin will be there as well. And I'll be there for Burt Lancaster and Paul Schofield in the classic The Train. You guys come check that out Monday morning at 10 a.m. Central Time on Pop Culture Minefields channel. And then, of course, It's Only Talk and Roll comes your way every Monday at 4 p.m. Central Time. And this week, we're doing one of my favorite movies. I've already mentioned it during the show, Capricorn 1. For all you people that think we didn't go to the moon, here's the movie about that, only it's about not going to Mars. Come check it out Monday at 4 p.m. Central Time on That 70s Rock Fans channel. And then, of course, Tuesday, it's time for Papa Joe Gamer After Dark, video games, cocktails, and fails. And this week, I'll be playing Star Trek Online. So you guys come check that out. I always push that game because, look, it's got every piece of the lore of Star Trek in it now. I could care less if it's got Discovery stuff in it, but it's one of the few places you can still hear Leonard Nimoy talking on Star Trek. So you guys go check that out Tuesday at 10 p.m. Central Time on my channel. And then State of the Atmosphere comes your way Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. Central Time. We had a good time yesterday talking about martial arts movies, and we always have a pop culture update. And we always check in on the sweetheart of the show, Sydney Sweeney. So check out everything pop culture this Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. Central Time. And then it's back around here for Sketching the Privateer. John, missed you yesterday, but we did talk about what you sent me, man. I'm just wondering if she's playing the part, or he is playing the part in it.
I don't know.
Yeah. He's got a hold of it. He's producing it. I'm
don't know
hoping
if
he's got a
in it,
chick
though.
playing the part. Though.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I'm worried about, really.
Now,
but
he could play the brother.
yeah, he could play the brother, no doubt. But I don't think he should be playing the chick. I mean, let's not change that story that much. You know what I mean? But anyway, let's see. Vince says to everybody, cheerio, guys and gals. See you next time, and stay nerdy, everybody, and have yourself a great weekend. And he also says, like and subscribe. And he's got all the links in there for every place that you can follow me, John, and everybody else that we run around with. So you guys go like and subscribe everybody's channel. And until we see you again, I want you guys to keep on keeping on.